guys, what's up? It's Hyperblast over here, and if you're wondering why I'm doing a voice reveal so early on, I figured that it would be a little more entertaining if I were to commentate. So today we're going to be playing Onigashima Luffy level 60. I got a skills level 4 and I got a nice 9 star medal set, which focuses on defense, a little bit of crit, and a little bit of ATK. So we start off the match in the Marineford stage, which is going to come up in a second. So the thing about Luffy is he's extremely good and he's underrated. I actually managed to KO level 100 Roger, something you will see as the game continues. The next game, I believe. And he is amazing because his skill 2 deals fixed damage to the opponents, and that is so helpful. Even a level 1 Luffy could combat a really high level unit and still do a lot of damage after they die. It is pretty crazy. So here we are, we're spawning into the Marineford map. And I look at my enemy's team, they don't have any Rogers, but they do have a Luffy and a Garp, so I'm watching out for that. So, thing about Luffy is his skill 1 also removes all ADK buffs, which is extremely helpful against a Roger who's been in the game for a while, because you can immediately remove all his ADK buffs while dealing damage simply. So 108,000 power. Nice little animation for Luffy, I like it. 124k power, so it's a little bit of trouble. But none of them are maxed out, so it shouldn't be too bad. So decent 10k health, and something that's a little helpful about Luffy is his normal attacks. Because if you use his first normal attack, you can move pretty fast. And during all of these games, not once did a runner or attacker capture the first flag, because I use my normal attacks to get me ahead. So we're continuing in the game. I'm filling up the treasure gorge because I don't want to go barging in as a defender. Nothing much really going on right now. Making sure the treasure gorge is full. And now we go to the other treasure, fill it up real quick. Unfortunately, they've got mid, so there'll be a little bit of trouble getting it from them. So we go to the center, and I use my skill 1 on this koala and get a KO, which is nice. And as you can see, it said remove buffs, and it gives a cooldown increase of 15%, which is pretty nice. So I capture this treasure, and I decide to hang out here, fill it up for a bit. I see the ace, and I land my skill 2. See, that's the fixed damage thing. So it deals a certain amount of your opponent's health and damage. So Lost charging up. I want to help him a little bit. So I wait for a bit to fill the treasure gorge. And once I see the snake man's coming towards him, I decide to help him because it might be too much for him. So I land my skill on the shanks. And I'm alarmed by the amount of damage the snake man is doing. But he's probably higher level. So over here I decide to go for the speed boost. And I really do not pay attention. I look away for a second and boom, I get destroyed by Sabo. Level 100 Sabo to boost 2, wow. So we're gonna wait for Luffy. We've got team boost as well, and it looks like my team is handling the center pretty well. So they just got a team boost. I'm gonna use my normals to get me there a little bit faster. Okay, so good job to the Kaido and Buggy for guarding the treasure, so now I can make sure nobody comes over here. So Garp tries to use his skill too, but I perfect dodge. And I'm watching out for that Lucci, and boom, Kaido gets killed because he wasn't paying attention, so I land my skill 2 and deal a lot of damage. Then I see the Garp over here, I try to land my skill 1 but he dodges. I'm pretty happy with the amount of low damage, but the server really lags. And I try to walk away from that, but it's too late, so I walk right into it and boom. So now it's up to Lucci and Bug to card it, but since there's only 30 seconds left, I decide to go in with Lucci, and I'm pretty confident I can make it. Things are looking pretty good right now, and so I try to help them a little bit. So I use my skill. It's fine if I don't deal too much damage, and I know how these guys play, so I'm able to dodge, perfect dodge, and I'm just distracting the shanks and the ace for a bit, and boom, that's game. Okay guys, we're back. We move on to the next match. And sorry for being so tired when I recorded the last one. I was absolutely exhausted. But hopefully I'll be a little louder, more energetic. Okay, so we're gonna start the game very shortly. Like I show you, very, very shortly. Extremely shortly. Pretty damn soon. Okay, so we start the game in Alabasta Stage 9, which is an okay map. I don't like it way too much because the tentacles can get in your way a lot. And that can really be a pain. So they've got a Roger on their team, so I'm thinking this could be trouble, but we've got a Roger on our team. So I'm happy with that, I guess. Now let's get into this. 97,000, pretty low number, but that's fine. 110,000, 13k difference. I'm not too confident about this match, but I think we might be able to do something. And I think I could potentially deal a good deal of damage to Rogers. So let's go, let's go, let's go. So I use my torch, we're headed in, I'm going to capture the first treasure. And don't do what these snake mans try to do. Don't go for the first treasure if you're a runner, please. If you're a runner, your goal should be to go to the center and capture the treasure. Jesus Christ, man. Well, the one over there who's currently capturing B flag would try to go for the A flag and never do that. And even worse than that, they don't even stand to fill it. So every time a runner captures the first flag, I always look at them right outside the treasure area angrily. And then they sometimes even have the boldness to throw up the angry face. And that's when I couldn't hate them more, honestly. How are you gonna do such a stupid thing and then expect everyone to be like, yeah, you're right, yeah, we're angry and stuff. Not just over here, I decided to use my skill 1 to get rid of his buffs, make it a little easy to fight him. I unfortunately waste Odin's skill, but he managed to get his skill off. Now I'm sort of keeping my distance because I don't want to get too close with Roger, he never should. And I'm getting ready to use my skill 2, and I do land it for a while, but unfortunately he downs me. So we're dealing super low damage because he's got his defense boost. And I figured Odin could handle it. Yeah, he starts dealing a little bit more damage. Just in case I come back to help him. But Odin manages to kill him. And I wasn't paying attention, so it was lucky that I missed. I managed to hit the Kuzan and then I run out of there. But the problem was I really need an HP. I'm really low on HP and there's nothing to give me HP. Not to mention at level 60 you can't get any heals at all from Luffy. So I'm hanging out over here. I don't want to engage in combat because when team boost comes I'll get a good amount of heals thanks to Odin. So I got my health up a little bit. I take a lot of damage. But I deal a good amount of damage to Zoro. I nearly get him too. Then Jackie intercepts me. And so yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit before we respawn. And I see the starter AFK and I'm like, oh my god, why did I have to be placed with him? Seriously man, if you're a D ranker, not cool. Get out of here. So I'm just looking back at him, checking if he's gonna move, but he doesn't move. So I decided to just focus on the battle instead. I don't know if I can win this with an AFK Roger or an AFK teammate in general. So I decided to use my skill 2 on the AOTG and then run out of there. I'm going to help the Snake Man capture him. And Roger looks like he's handling things there. I have no clue how he got there, but it somehow worked. I use my skill, but Roger uses Kamusari. He's a little bit faster. Now over here, a lot of things happen. First, me and the dog storm get killed. Roger is handling the other Roger, and Snake Man's handling the guard. Yeah, so I come up with Lucci for last few seconds, and boom, game over. Alright, now coming out with the final game. So I forgot to record when I clicked to enter league battle. So that's why I didn't show, but the league battle starts. And we're in Alabasta Stage Night yet again. And I look and I see a pretty good team on their side. They've got good units like Luffy, they've got Tanky Frankie, they've got Blue Shanks, Kuzan and Rayleigh. And Rayleigh and Shanks or Rayleigh and Luffy are particularly dangerous to deal with. So you always want to be a bit careful when approaching either of them. Considering Luffy's skills are super hard to dodge and Rayleigh's are pretty easy to dodge, but his perfect dodge is deadly. So OK score of 105k and they get a score of 109k. So it looks somewhat balanced. None of theirs are maxed units, and we don't have any maxed units either. So waiting for the match to start. So let's go. Use my string of normals to get me a bit ahead. I dodged a little bit ahead, captured the first flag, and I stay to fill it up. Just waiting for a bit. Also keeping things under check on the map, making sure everything's okay. So I see the Mihawks filling the treasure up, and I mean the other Luffy is filling the treasure up, and I notice that he's nearly done. But I do not want to fight with the Sabo, so I decide to stay back. Now I'm staying in my treasure, waiting for the Sabo to come. His flame state wears out, but I don't feel like I should steal the kill, so I leave it to Luffy. So I jump inside the tornado, and yeah, Luffy does kill Sabo. Jump inside the tornado, waiting for whoever's there to come out. Kuzan uses his skill. I perfect dodge it. I'm waiting, I use my skill too. And I get pretty lucky somehow. And this other Luffy covers for me pretty well while Frankie uses his skill. So I'm happy with that. I send him a good job sign. So now we've captured middle flag. And I do not pay attention at all. And I really mess up and give this love lady Shanks a debuff. I mean a buff. And hopefully my teammate doesn't find him too hard to handle. So now we're just gonna wait for a little bit, wait till we get Luffy. So right now it's Rayleigh versus our Paramount War Luffy. Both sides get team boost, and Rayleigh KOs him, and then I land out my skill 1, and I'm able to get him. So I'm monitoring the map, I see the Luffy there, trying to get close to him so I can use my skill 2, and I do. Somehow this doesn't hit me, and I don't get buffed with the stop heal effect. I'm debating over whether to go there or whether to guard my treasure here, but he's already captured it, so I decided to come back and just finish him off real quick. This time I'm trying to pay attention to the Shanks, and as Shanks always do, they counter way too early. So I get a little bit worried because I thought the Draken Mihawk activated his counter, but he didn't, just at the right time. So Mihawk dies, I get the speed buff. I'm waiting for Shanks to die because he was in the tornado, he dies. I wait for a little bit and I charge him. So I see the Frankie there, I'm a little worried, I'm anticipating a skill. But once again, the Luffy's got me covered. So I send him another good job, well played. And he deals a solid 10k damage. So I tried and help out here, I managed to hit him. But this red Sabo deals a lot of damage. So I get the banquet, the feast, and I gotta make sure that Caesar doesn't capture this. So I see the carry here, and I keep on using my normals and my skill too. I land a hit before I take damage from the Luffy. And that's the end. Thank you as always, and if you enjoyed, like, share, and subscribe. Hyperblast out.